Prolonged fasting is known for its weight loss benefits, but did you know it also helps with your focus, improves your memory, boosts your creativity, and has profound influence on your confidence? All of that in only 21 days. Sounds far-fetched, I know, but it's been my reality for the past 28 years. Today, I'll be going over the benefits I've discovered that have nothing to do with weight loss, but everything to do with your mind. Hi there, I'm Basswood. In this video, I'm going to talk about the benefits of prolonged fasting, but with a twist. I'm focusing on the mind benefits. Most of them you probably never even thought to connect with prolonged fasting. But in case you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I talk about prolonged fasting, which is anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks, a practice that I've been perfecting for the last 28 years, and help you on your fasting journey to successfully prepare for, start, endure, and complete your own 3-week fast. Now, my initial push into the world of prolonged fasting was losing weight. As much weight as I could in the shortest amount of time possible. And I succeeded. I lasted without ingesting any solid food for 18 days and managed to lose 12 kilograms, which is somewhere between 26 and 27 pounds. My vanity boosting secret method was born. But over the years, my motive for my annual weight loss changed. You see, I've discovered the incredible effects fasting has on my mind. But before I start with the mind benefits, I'd just like to inform you that this is the 4th video of the benefit series. I have one more to go, but if you'd like to start from the beginning, I suggest starting with the scientifically proven facts, which is video number 1. That's what I would do if I were thinking about giving prolonged fasting a go, and I would need a little more information. Now, you can find the links to the other videos in the series in the show notes below, along with the timestamps to listen to the benefits at your own pace. All right, enough small talk. Let's dive into the mind benefits. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 1. When it comes to prolonged fasting, you have to be aware of one thing. There are good days and there are bad days. Now, each of them is beneficial in its own way. Good days, for example, are the ones when you feel like you can do anything. Everything you set your mind on just magically works out. You feel light, full of energy, positivity, and you notice everything around you like your senses are heightened. Something like a liquid luck potion in Harry Potter.
Well, how do you feel?
Excellent.
This is also the time when your creativity is bursting at the seams, but I'll talk more about it in a bit. Now, let's touch on the bad days. There are also bad days, and on a bad day, I feel sluggish. I don't know what to do with myself, and I'm usually hungry, even though I know I'm not, if this makes sense. Food cravings are worse on a bad day, and I usually feel dizzy and have no energy to move my body far away from the bed. These days are good to have because they slow you down. They force you to sit back, relax, and sleep it off. Now, how many times do you get to do that in your other hectic lifestyle? Now, a slow, and I mean slow walk in the fresh air helps, but I highly recommend not skipping sleep during the day on a really bad day. Now, on these days, I tell myself that my body is tackling a specifically nasty thing and needs all the help it can get. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 2. Now, I already briefly touched upon the creativity rush, but let me tell you what it actually feels like. Now, every prolonged fasting I have, there is a day or two of extreme creativity rush. But the last one was particularly memorable. I woke up dreaming about a story. It was so vivid, I didn't want to open my eyes in the morning, feeling it would disappear. Now, luckily, it was a Sunday and I could sleep in. But when I finally did get out of bed, my husband just looked at me, shook his head, and said, "Go, I'll handle the kids." God bless him. In 2 hours, I wrote a draft of all 25 chapters of a new book in one sitting. I couldn't type fast enough. It was like I was possessed. And interestingly, this creativity rush came after a particularly nasty day when I slept through most of the day just coming out of bed for a vegetable juice and teas. So don't be too discouraged when you have a bad day. In my case, it's usually followed by a very good one, and that will hold you up during the bad day. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 3. I've always had a problem with remembering things. My memory is not very good. Now, it didn't matter if it was names, dates, or important information at work. If I didn't write it down, it slipped my mind. Now, I tried all of the known tips and tricks to try to improve it, but nothing really works, except when I'm fasting. Now, somewhere around day 5 or 6, my memory improves. Now, the longer I fast, the better the memory. And not just the short term memory either. I start remembering events from my youth I've not thought about in years. And let me tell you, my son loves it when I tell him what I did when I was his age. Like his eyes just light up, and I can see the thoughts turning, knowing him something I will definitely regret in a day or two. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 4, the focus. Something most of us never seem to get enough of and can never truly master. However, when I'm fasting for a week or more, I'm able to stick to what I'm doing for longer. I rarely get distracted, and the clarity that comes with the focus is incredible. So on those days, I plan for new projects. I write down every idea that pops into my mind, not thinking about where I'll use it. They are usually so good, I implement them throughout the rest of the year. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 5. Now, even though it's not evident at the time, I notice this benefit once I start eating again. My appreciation for my health increases. So I'm not paying attention to it when I'm fasting because I'm already doing the most I can for my health at the time. My aches and pains are a thing of the past. I have more energy than I had before, and I've had sufficient evidence over the years that health benefits that fasting provides to do it every year. So, for one, it got rid of my endometriosis, so I was able to conceive after being in the process of IVF for 4 years. And it cured my grandfather's brain tumors and my mother's breast cancer, to name just a few. Once I start eating again, I look at food differently. I see the food as fuel for my body. And what better way to ensure optimum health than with a healthy home cooked meals made from the freshest ingredients? So, finding healthy recipes to test on the boys is my top priority when fasting. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 6, confidence. Need I say more? I lose anywhere from 8 to 12 kilograms in 21 days. And let me tell you, it shows. Now, none of the clothes I wear before the fast fit me, and shopping for a new wardrobe is a must. But trying on the outfits in the dressing room all the time, looking at your newly carved behind and slim waist, is a thing of pure joy. I walk a little taller, I seem more confident, and I glow when people praise my new look, usually stunned at the transformation. The only person I haven't managed to face is my physical therapist. He sees me twice a month for a therapeutic back treatment. He has been seeing me for the past 8 years, and he should see the difference immediately. But he never says anything. I've yet to hear him mention my back or lack of fat on my back or my waist. But I'm nothing if not persistent. Now, before I continue, I have a favor to ask. Talking about fasting is something that I love to do, and share the knowledge about it is my mission on this channel. So if you'd like to know more or you're enjoying this video, consider giving it a like or subscribing. It means more to me than you can imagine. All right, back to the topic. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 7. I've mentioned this in the last benefit, but I think it's worth digging a little deeper in. Confidence is good, but in a week, people are used to your new look, and so are you. You start getting into your old habits again. But I've noticed that even after a time, my mindset stays consistent. I'm not just confident with my body. The confidence shifts to other areas of my life as well. Now, the mentality behind it being, if I can withstand food for 3 weeks, what else am I capable of? This is when I take on projects and challenges I was hesitant about before. This energy and the creativity help me see it through, and it hasn't failed me once. No. This energy and the creativity help me see it through, and it hasn't failed me since. Prolonged fasting, mind benefit number 8. Now, I've briefly touched upon the benefit when I mentioned good days and bad days. I'm talking about the awareness I start to experience when fasting. When I'm walking in the forest, I never have my headphones with me anymore. Before, I've always listened to a book to pass the time or listen to a podcast. Walking was just another form of exercise. But now I only bring the phone to take pictures of the wonders I discover on my walks. A sun ray might be flowing through the trees in such a way to shine on the freshly emerged flower. I hear woodchucks and try to find them. A squirrel passes my path, vanishing in the bushes. Now, all of that would be hidden from me if I concentrated on a book or a podcast. Now, I appreciate nature more and other people. But most of all, I write everything that I see and experience in my diary. This is the time for deep thinking, thoughts about the future and projects I'd like to tackle. And this is everything I put in my journal. This is the time to focus, listen, and obey what my body is trying to communicate. Do I have you on board that prolonged fasting is a thing of beauty? If not, I have one more video in the series that may do the trick. Now, benefits of prolonged fasting on life in general. But I hope by now that you have at least some idea about what you can expect if you decide to go on your own journey of prolonged fasting. I'll be there to root you all the way. And if by any chance you've already been on your journey, share your findings in the comments. I love talking to fellow fasting enthusiasts, and who knows, maybe your experience will be the final push for someone else who is still deliberating if prolonged fasting is for them. Now, as always, do your own research and consult a doctor before attempting to venture on your own prolonged fasting journey. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in the next video.